On October 3rd, a Ryanair Boeing 737-800 aircraft caught fire at Brindisi Airport in Italy. The incident occurred shortly after the plane landed from Frankfurt, Germany, with 120 passengers and 6 crew members on board. As the aircraft was taxiing to the gate, smoke was detected in the cabin and cockpit. The pilots immediately initiated an emergency evacuation. Passengers and crew evacuated via emergency slides as airport fire services rushed to extinguish the blaze. This incident immediately raised concerns about the safety practices of Ryanair, Europe's largest budget airline. It came just 2 days after a similar incident involving a Ryanair plane at Milan Bergamo Airport. These events sparked a wave of criticism and calls for investigations into the airline's safety record. The incident at Brindisi serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers inherent in air travel. It also highlights the critical importance of rigorous safety protocols and the need for airlines to prioritize passenger safety above all else. This essay will delve into the details of the Brindisi incident, examining the events leading up to the fire, the evacuation process, and its aftermath. Smoke filled the cabin as the plane taxied towards the gate. Passengers, initially unaware of the danger, soon realized something was wrong. The smell of burning intensified, and a sense of panic began to spread through the aircraft. Amidst the growing fear, the crew of the Ryanair flight acted swiftly. Following emergency procedures, the pilots brought the aircraft to a rapid stop on the taxiway. The cabin crew, trained for such situations, immediately began directing passengers towards the emergency exits. "Evacuate! Evacuate!" Their voices rang out, cutting through the confusion and fear. Passengers scrambled for the exits, pushing and shoving in their desperation to escape the burning aircraft. Despite the chaos, there was an underlying order dictated by the emergency procedures and enforced by the calm demeanor of the crew. The evacuation, though chaotic, was ultimately successful. All 126 passengers and crew members made it out of the aircraft alive. While some sustained minor injuries during the evacuation process, there were no fatalities. Just 2 days prior to the Brindisi fire, another Ryanair flight experienced a similar incident. On October 1st, a Ryanair plane en route from London Stansted to Milan Bergamo Airport reported smoke in the cockpit upon landing. The pilots, following standard safety procedures, declared an emergency. The aircraft was met by emergency services upon touchdown. Passengers on the Milan flight also had to evacuate using emergency slides. While no injuries were reported, the incident heightened concerns about a potential pattern of safety issues within the airline. The proximity of the two incidents, both involving smoke and emergency evacuations, raised red flags for aviation authorities and the public alike. The Milan incident, though less severe in terms of visible damage, added fuel to the firestorm of criticism directed at Ryanair following the Brindisi incident. It amplified calls for a thorough investigation into the airline's safety practices and maintenance protocols. The incident in Milan served as a chilling prelude to the more dramatic events that would unfold in Brindisi just 48 hours later. Section 4. Safety First, the non-negotiable in aviation. The aviation industry operates under a strict safety-first principle. Every flight, from takeoff to landing, adheres to a complex web of regulations and procedures designed to mitigate risk and ensure passenger safety. These protocols cover every aspect of flight operations, from aircraft maintenance and pilot training to air traffic control and emergency response. The incidents involving Ryanair, particularly the fire in Brindisi, underscore the critical importance of these safety procedures. The fact that all passengers and crew escaped the burning aircraft alive is a testament to the effectiveness of these protocols, even under extreme duress. The Brindisi incident also highlights the crucial role of the flight crew in ensuring passenger safety. The pilot's quick thinking in initiating an emergency evacuation and the cabin crew's calm and decisive actions during the evacuation process undoubtedly saved lives. The events in Brindisi serve as a stark reminder that safety is not a guarantee, but rather a continuous process of vigilance, adherence to protocols, and unwavering commitment to passenger well-being. Section 5. Political backlash, demands for accountability. The Ryanair incidents in Brindisi and Milan sparked outrage and condemnation from Italian lawmakers. Politicians from across the political spectrum called for a thorough investigation into the airline's safety practices and its overall track record in Italy. Some lawmakers even demanded that Ryanair's operating license be suspended in the country pending the outcome of the investigations. Transport Minister Enrico Giovannini called the Brindisi incident unacceptable and promised a full and transparent investigation. He stated that the government would take all necessary measures to ensure the safety of air passengers in Italy. The Italian government launched a formal inquiry into both incidents, focusing on Ryanair's maintenance procedures, safety protocols, and overall adherence to aviation regulations. The investigations aim to determine the root cause of both incidents and ascertain whether Ryanair's safety practices were adequate. The political backlash and public outcry following the incidents put immense pressure on Ryanair to address the concerns raised and to demonstrate its commitment to passenger safety. Section 6. A history of incidents. Ryanair's safety record. Ryanair, despite its position as Europe's largest budget airline, has faced scrutiny over its safety record in the past. The airline has been involved in several incidents over the years, some more serious than others. These incidents, while not necessarily indicative of a systemic safety problem, have contributed to a perception among some travelers that Ryanair prioritizes cost-cutting over safety. In 2008, a Ryanair flight from Ireland to England experienced multiple bird strikes on landing, causing significant damage to the aircraft. All passengers and crew were unharmed, but the incident raised questions about the airline's safety procedures. In 2018, two Ryanair flights collided on the ground at Dublin Airport. The collision, while minor, resulted in delays and disruptions for passengers. These incidents, along with others, have fueled concerns about Ryanair's safety culture and practices. The Brindisi and Milan incidents, coming on the heels of these past events, have further amplified these concerns and put the airline's safety record under intense scrutiny. Section 7. The Ryanair question: can passengers trust the airline? The recent incidents involving Ryanair have undoubtedly shaken public confidence in the airline. Passengers, particularly those who frequently fly with Ryanair, are now faced with a difficult question. Can they trust the airline to prioritize their safety? Ryanair, for its part, has defended its safety record. The airline has stated that it has one of the best safety records in the industry and that it strictly adheres to all safety regulations. Ryanair has also pointed out that both the Brindisi and Milan incidents were handled effectively, with all passengers and crew evacuating safely. However, the airline's assurances have done little to quell the concerns of some passengers. Many travelers remain skeptical of Ryanair's commitment to safety, citing the airline's history of incidents and its reputation for cost-cutting measures. The question of whether passengers can trust Ryanair is a complex one with no easy answers. It is a question that each individual traveler must answer for themselves, weighing the airline's safety record against its affordability and convenience.